Okay, today we are comparing two very different mountain towns. One is well known for its very large international following, and the other is more under the radar. However, the more well-known resort actually owns the other resort under the radar. So if you've guessed it, today is Vail versus Crested Butte. I am Heather Woodward with Living in Crested Butte, Colorado, and if you have been thinking about making a move to Crested Butte, Gunnison, or any of the surrounding areas, go ahead and hit the subscribe button below so that you can be the first to learn about the ins and the outs of our area, including the current real estate market. I love helping people just like you every day, so whether you are moving here in 6 days, 60 days, 6 months from now, you're moving across the world, across the country, or just up and down the valley, feel free to give me a call, text, or an email. You can even set up a Zoom meeting with me. All of my contact information is down below, and I'd love to make your move everything you want it to be. Let's get into it. If you have been trying to decide between Crested Butte and Vail, or just comparing mountain towns in general, this is going to be the conversation for you today. Crested Butte to Breckenridge, which we did a few weeks ago, is going to be vastly different from Crested Butte to Vail. Crested Butte and Vail are just two totally different mountain experiences. All right, so number one on the list is going to be the overall vibe. This is the first thing that you're gonna notice. Crested Butte feels very grounded, it's very local, it's authentic, and it's just a little bit more under the radar. It's not trying to be anything other than what it is. It is a historic mining town with a strong identity and a community that has worked very hard to protect that. Vail is just gonna be more polished. It was intentionally designed as a world-class destination that it is. You're gonna feel that when you walk through the village, when you shop, when you dine, and when you have ski experiences at the resort. Crested Butte is gonna feel a little bit more organic, and Vail is gonna feel more curated. And that difference alone is gonna immediately resonate with people one way or the other. There's no right or wrong. Number two is the design and layout of the town. So Crested Butte, in the heart of it, is a historic mining town. It has a very simple grid layout. Elk Avenue runs through the center, and buildings are colorful, they're unique, and they're full of character. Vail, on the other hand, is a master planned resort town. You're gonna have a pedestrian village like Vail Village and Lion's Head, both designed to feel like a European ski resort. When you walk through Crested Butte, it's gonna feel more authentic, a little unpolished, and imperfect in a very good way. When you walk through Vail, it's gonna feel more intentionally designed, and it's gonna feel more refined. All right, accessibility. This is a huge difference between the two of them. Vail is about 2 hours from Denver, right off of I-70. You also have Eagle Vail Airport, which is about 30 to 40 minutes away, and it's gonna have a strong direct and connecting flight options. Crested Butte is about 4 to 4.5 hours from Denver, and actually about 5 to DIA. You can fly into Gunnison, which is only about 30 minutes away, but the options for flights are gonna be a little bit more limited. So pure convenience standpoint, Vail is just easier to get to. All right, the ski resort differences. Both Vail and Crested Butte are on the Epic Pass. The snow is the same, but the ski experience is very different. Vail is massive, it's big, it's 5,300 skiable acres. They have huge back bowls, wide open terrain, and that's gonna appeal to more of a broad range of skiers. Crested Butte is about 1,500 skiable acres, and it is known for its steep and technical terrain, although it does have family-friendly and more green and blue runs, but the challenges you're gonna feel that in the steeps. Vail is just gonna offer more scale and more variety. Crested Butte's gonna offer a little bit more personality and maybe push you a little bit more on your skiing ability. Both are incredible, but they skew very differently. All right, what are the crowds like? Well, Vail's a global destination. You have international tourism, high-end visitors, conferences, and a steady stream of people year-round. During peak season, it can feel very busy. Crested Butte also has its busy times, but it doesn't operate on that same scale. There's no I-70 traffic feeding into town daily. There are fewer people overall, and that translates to a different day-to-day experience. All right, this one is where the gap is really going to become clear, and that is real estate pricing. Vail is one of the most expensive ski markets in the United States. You're looking at higher price per square foot, a strong luxury dominated market, and significant second home and international ownership. Crested Butte is still expensive, but generally it's more attainable than Vail. You're gonna have a smaller luxury segment, more variety in price points, and you're gonna have more limited inventory, which is gonna drive value. So both are very strong markets, but Vail's just gonna operate at a higher price point overall. Luxury versus lifestyle. Vail is very luxury forward. You're gonna have high-end retail, designer stores, luxury hotels and spas, and more fine dining experiences. Crested Butte is just more understated. It's about lifestyle over luxury branding. You're not gonna find anywhere near the same amount of concentration of high-end retail shops. Instead, you're just gonna find local shops, casual dining, and just a more relaxed overall pace. This is not a better or worse situation, it's just a what experience are you looking for question. All right, dining and nightlife. Vail has an extensive restaurant scene. You're gonna find everything from casual to very high end. There's gonna be more late night options, more variety, but Crested Butte has an incredible restaurant scene as well. You're just gonna have fewer options. Dining is gonna feel more local, more authentic, and more personal. Nightlife definitely exists in Crested Butte, but it's not gonna be a huge, broad late night scene. All right, what's the summer like? Both summers in Crested Butte are going to be very similar. Vail has a very active summer season, events, concerts, festivals, golf tournaments, hiking. It stays busy. Crested Butte is known for wildflowers, mountain biking, hiking, and all of those other things as well. Crested Butte is gonna offer a ton of events and festivals, but summer is gonna feel a little bit more relaxed. Vail is just more active across the board, and Crested Butte offers more space at a quieter pace. Okay, what is the investment potential? Vail attracts more of a global demand, and this translates into higher nightly rentals and stronger occupancy. It's gonna also have consistent tourism. Crested Butte is gonna have limited supply, a strong peak season demand, and a smaller local loyal visitor base than Vail. Vail offers scale and consistency, where Crested Butte is gonna offer scarcity and a different type of demand. All right, what is the mountain setting like? This is something that I don't think a lot of people take in consideration. And it's one of those things that you are going to feel as soon as you arrive. Vail, you are already in the mountains. The terrain rises immediately around you and you feel tucked into it. Crested Butte sits in a wide valley. You are surrounded by mountains. There's more openness, more sky, more light, and that's just a whole different feeling altogether. Vail is more enclosed by the mountains. Crested Butte feels like you're living with them in the space around it. All right, so what's the proximity to other resorts? Vail is close to Beaver Creek, which is very close by, along with some other major resorts. Crested Butte is more independent. You have Gunnison, which is 30 minutes away, and outside of Gunnison on 50 East, you have Monarch Ski Resort. So you're not gonna have a ton of other skiable terrain options around you. So I would say Crested Butte just stands out on its own. All right, the community. Community in Crested Butte is very tight-knit. People know each other. It feels like a small town. Vail is gonna have a larger population with more turnover due to tourism and second homeowners. It still has community, but it doesn't feel quite as compact as Crested Butte. All right, so here's my honest takeaway. If you're looking for luxury, convenience, global recognition, and a full-service resort experience, Vail may feel like the right fit for you. If you are looking for a more authentic experience, a true mountain town, space, and strong local identity at a more relaxed pace, Crested Butte is gonna align with you better. Both are incredible places in Colorado. So there you have it. That's my comparison of Crested Butte and Vail. And whether you are considering moving here, visiting for vacation, or looking to invest, Crested Butte, Gunnison, and the surrounding areas have so much to offer. From the small town charm of Gunnison and Crested Butte to the stunning ski slopes of Mount Crested Butte, there is something for everyone. And if you got value out of this video and want to learn more about Crested Butte or Gunnison or the surrounding areas, be sure and hit that like and subscribe button. And whether you're moving here in 6 days, 60 days, or 6 months from now, I am here to make your move exactly the way you want it to be. Until next time. Okay, so it looks like you're making a move to Crested Butte or Gunnison, Colorado, and you're trying to decide which video to watch. You could watch this one, or you could watch this one, or you could watch both, because they're both really going to help you out, and they're both really good. But go ahead, just pick one.